Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Praskuchare Sutane. So, this is, glad to have everybody here today, and this is a nice chapter because herein Krishna is speaking about how to achieve him, and those that do achieve him, what's their reward. So everything here is, as long as there's a mixture of karma, mishra, bhakti yoga, and one has some desire, then there's a result. The result is obtained, the result gets exhausted, whether good or bad, and the cycle continues, the samsara cycle. So in the verse previous, 2 verses, Krishna says, how do you do this? Because he's saying earlier in the chapter, what you think about, then you achieve that. And here, in the 13th or 14th verse, and then you achieve that. One who can constantly remember me, yumam smarati nitya. He says satatam and nityasha. That one who regularly or constantly, and satatam twice he's saying that, same word in a different way, the same meaning but a different word. He's saying one who does this, one's without a deviation. So the only way you can do this without deviation is to see Krishna everywhere. Because everything will remind you of Krishna. And one who sees that there's nothing different than Krishna, everything is a part of Krishna, everything's expanded of Krishna's energy, and he sees Krishna everywhere in this way, then he can remember him. Someone asked me this morning about how do you know somebody who has seen Super Soul? So this Bhagavad-gita is really aimed at explaining all of these things very clearly. And one who studied this Bhagavad-gita carefully, he sees these answers as there in many places. This is our whole process. Somebody wants to talk about Radha Krishna, or wants to talk about Leela. But we have to go, Sarihi Sanaheru Paramet, step by step. So Prabhupada was one has to be a very honest person and not proud of himself, not thinking he knows something, he has read some book. One has to see what is the science. Maybe we cannot execute all of these things, but we should know what we're doing. And we should know what is the process. Because if you don't know this, then you can get cheated. And then you can't, a neophyte, he can't discriminate who's advanced, who's seeing Paramatma, who's not seeing Paramatma, who's seeing Radha Krishna. Someone was trying to tell me recently, some lady, she had some dream, or she was in Vrindavan last life, and she's seeing Radha and Krishna, and these guys believing all this stuff. So we have to see what is the symptom. The symptoms are there. Advaita, Sarvabhutana, Maitreya, Karuneva, Cha, Nirmamo, Nirankara, Samaduka Sakashami, Santushta Satatam Yogi, Tatmadridishchaya. Krishna's explaining, this is a qualification. You don't see the difference between a stone and a pebble. Any awkward circumstance, happiness, distress, you're not envious. You treat all living entities equally. Nirmamo, you don't have any ego. Aham. I am this body. This is the first ignorance. So what is that process to know that? Bhagavatam begins with that. Vedanti tat-tat-priyas tat-tvam yas-jnanamadvayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaneti sabhyate. Vedanti, the tattva. The tattvavits. What is a tattvavit? Somebody tell me what is a tattvavit? Yes, sir. What are they? What is that tattva? The truth. Krishna is the absolute truth. So that truth has to be known beginning from the basis of the truth, which is Brahma. And that Brahma, we may go around the world, 99.99% of the people, they don't know this Brahmeti. And we try to teach that. That's when we meet somebody, what is the first thing you tell them? And they're like, tell them, hey, you're not the body. You're not the body. You're the self. Really? How do you understand that? Well, tell them, you don't say I hand, you say my hand, you try to separate that, try to get them to understand I'm not the body. That's Brahman, Brahmeti. To realize there is the absolute nature, and then there is the changing nature, the prakriti, the material nature which is constantly in change, and that which doesn't change, which doesn't flux. So Prabhupada used to use, and the Chaitanya Charitamrita gives these examples also, about the fixed nature of the sun. The sun is always the sun. He's always in orbit. He doesn't change. The clouds are changing. The wind is changing. But the sun never changes. So by studying the sun, that is what the Brahma Gayatri mantra is about, the first verse. By meditating on the sun, one can understand the source of everything and how that is fixed. And if that is fixed, how the self is fixed, how the soul is situated. It's always brilliant. It's always full of knowledge. But now it is covered by the cloud of the body. So Brahmeti, Paramatmeti. And after one has understood that, this whole Bhagavad-gita in the beginning is teaching you how to control the senses, how to understand that. Krishna's, Krishna's telling, Arjuna's asking, how do you do these things? How do you control this mind? And Krishna said you can do it by practice. Abhyasa yoga yuktena, that's in this verse. Chitta sadhana nigamina, in the 8th verse here. Chitta sadhana nigamina. How do you do it? Abhyasa yoga yuktena, chitta sadhana nigamina, paramam purusham divyam yati partanuchintaya. He who meditates on me, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, his mind constantly engaged in remembering me, again remembering me, undeviated, again undeviating, on the path, sure to reach me. So abhyasa, you have to practice. That is why we have this whole process of getting up, we're practicing, and finally it becomes second nature. One doesn't even have to make an effort. It's just already becomes, that is, Prabhupada said in the purport here, the pure devotees are sending messages in the heart of the other devotees that are following the transcendental messages, and they are becoming enlightened by these messages. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti. First you come to this Brahman, then Paramatma will manifest. And when that is manifested, what does that mean? Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudhava. In that state of seeing Krishna everywhere, then one is thrilled. That is in the 6th chapter. One becomes thrilled. No more fear. I'm not alone here. You know, one sees Krishna within his heart. He feels him. He feels his presence everywhere. He has no fear. And then he sees nothing is mine. Everything is his. Everything makes sense now. And in that joyous state, which we may call the Bhava state, one comes to that stage. And when one sees, the same person asked me then are you purified? I said, not fully. You're not fully purified even with a Paramatma realization. Because you may fall down from there. It is only when you see Krishna himself, then everything is wiped. Then spotless, one is pure. From that state, you're not like any other person. Because you've seen God. You've seen everything. There is no more doubt. The doubt, any honest, sincere devotee, he feels that sometimes. That the doubt is a great pain for a devotee. And he's doubting. He's doubting what is Krishna is this. He's doubting things. So Arjuna is always calling Krishna Madhusudan, Keshi, this and that. So many words he's saying, you're the killer of the Keshi demon, you're the killer of the Madhu demon. So kill my demons. That demon is the doubt. And Krishna wants that. He wants to kill it. He's waiting to kill it. He likes to kill. He likes to kill. Rascals and doubts and demons. That is what he's come here for. So we want that. We understand the process. And that process is Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaneti. So that Bhagavan, that ultimate form of Godhead, that personality that's living within the Goloka planet, within where all the Brahman, which is floating in the Brahma Jyoti. And that Brahma Jyoti is just like a crack of light through the door what the material world is getting. Imagine you open the door, how much light. And there's a little crack in the peephole. You see a little light coming in. So that little light here, because it is all darkness, it is all ignorance. No, this morning in the darshan, I was looking Radharani. She's offering Krishna this flower. And I was thinking, just Radharani to bless us all. We all as jivas are sitting and standing out here with these rotting, stinking material bodies. And you are standing there in your eternal spiritual body. And Krishna with his spiritual body. And Lalita and Vishaka with their spiritual bodies. And these cows with their spiritual body. And we have these rotten, stinky, foul bodies that are rotting daily. And this hair and this mucus. It doesn't matter if it's a male or female, it's a rotting corpus. And we are just thinking we're happy. We need some blessing today. We get some mercy, you know. So we are under this conditional state. So how do we do that? We have to practice. We have to get busy. Time is, I was reading Srila Bhaktisiddhanta the other day. And just because he left when he left, he left January 1st, 1937, when he went to the eternal pastimes. And within 2 months before that, he was telling everybody that came to see him, now is the time to get busy, because the time is short. And this is what he was telling everybody, let's get busy now, the time is short. So our time is short. And if we can practice a bit, we can make some application, then Krishna will reveal these teachings that he's giving. There's Prabhupada is giving this Bhagavad-gita. And coming from our backgrounds, I don't know your background, but I know my background. If I can understand one word from this book before I die, I think that is a great success in my life. Something I've achieved. One word. Just one of these words. So in this verse, Brahma Bhuvana Loka. And the verse before that, though, he's saying, Mamupeti Punar Janma Dukalaya Masashritam. After achieving me, you don't take your birth again. Dukalayam. You've left that place of misery, that rotting, stinking hole, where everybody's trying to, that's like the crabs. They try to climb out, and the other crab wants to drag him back down. This world is so foul and so envious. The older I get and each day goes by, I can't believe the place I'm stuck in. People are so rotten, and even if they try to be good, it is just Kali Yuga. She is always influencing anybody that tries to do something positive, wanting to destroy it. So we're up against a great battle, and it is not easy. But Mapnuvanti Mahatmana, those great souls who have succeeded in their endeavor, who have worked very hard and have achieved my mercy, then for them, Samsiddhim Paramangata, they've achieved the highest perfection. There's nothing more to achieve, nowhere else to go, nothing else to do. They are situated in that transcendental position, and I have removed all the darkness of ignorance. So now we come to Abrahma Bhuvana Lokaha, Punaravartino Arjuna. All the people on the Brahma Loka have to return again too, unless it's Brahma's troops. Just like here, Prabhupada's troops. There's millions of people here. How many? 4 billion? And how many Prabhupada troops are there? Or on this way? Some 50,000 or 20,000? I don't know. 100,000? 200? But it's a small amount of the quantity of the living entity. So although we're all on earth, we all can go to the highest destination. Prabhupada can take us. Anybody that joins his troop, like it says here. What did he call them? He called them, here, Brahma and his devotees. So Prabhupada and his devotees, he can take. He will take those who he chooses. Or if not, he will send us some other place, which is fine. We don't mind. We're happy to, as long as we're connected, that's fine. Life after life, that's not a problem. So even the Brahma Loka, sometimes we hear, Prabhupada said we all were Brahmas. We all came from Brahma. But not that we all were Brahma, because usually Brahma, he goes out. We were started at Brahma Loka. That Brahma Loka, that's where we started our material adventure. And we enjoyed up there. And again, gradually, Prabhupada says you come down to the worm of the school, trying to enjoy and discover the things. So started at Brahmaloka, and now we've come down here. So from the highest planet, there is misery in Brahmaloka. The misery is different, but it is there. There, the old age aspect may not be there. The birth may not be there in the same way as here. But there is the misery there of seeing the other jivas here who are suffering, and other type of misery is there and related with that. And the fear is there, and envy in all the planets. There's no place where there is no envy. You think if you go to Indraloka, the envy is checked. Everybody is envious in the Indraloka also. They're all looking at Indra, and he's trying to protect himself. And the fear that I have to come back here, I have to fall down and I have to die, that doesn't change anywhere. So everybody has that fear that has any intelligence. And the intelligent person, let me do something about this. Let me try to resolve that. So that is where the search for knowledge comes in. That is where the endeavor to apply oneself and to submit to a superior person who has more realization to get their blessings, so we may also achieve this type of energy, and this position is there. So from the Brahmaloka down to the lowest planet, you have to take your birth again. So a miserable situation. Gradually, if you apply yourself in the Bhakti Yoga, Krishna consciousness, then one may achieve that highest perfection. And those who have achieved the, shall we say, the devoteeship, or the blessings on the family of Krishna, this doesn't apply to them, this verse. Devotees are only in the Krishna family, and Krishna is protecting his devotees, and he is guarding and guiding his devotees, and he is punishing them and rewarding them, and only he has taken them under his wing, and he is controlling that situation. He doesn't sama sarvesu bhuteshu, or Krishna samoham sarvabhuteshu. No, another one. No, I am equal to everyone. I am equal to everyone, but I favor my devotees. So that's natural, how Krishna is favoring his devotees and protecting them. So that is, that is our, feeling. That is our happiness. And that is what is known to the Vaishnavas, to the devotees of the Lord. That we are not under the laws of karma. We are under the law of Krishna, and he has accepted us. And in this way, we won't have to take rebirth, because even in the Brahmaloka, they are also taking rebirth and going to lower places, and some are going higher, up and down. So any questions about this? Yes.
Well, we said that there's some devotees that feel a bit despondent, or they feel upset that they have doubts. So should the devotee always remain positive even if they do have doubts? Or?
Well, we cannot be artificial. The doubts are there until you see Krishna. If you haven't seen Krishna, you have doubts. Don't you doubt something you haven't seen? You have to see it. So up until that point, there will be something that is empty. And then we will be filled. So we just continue. What will we do? The faith is there. We have faith on it, and we have faith in our Guru at this time, any time. We immediately go to the feet of spiritual master, because he has seen. He can give us that positiveness. He will remove that. He will feel, he is only compassionate. Spiritual master is only compassionate, and he immediately sees and feels your pain. And he wants that you also come, but we have to, Prabhupada said, first deserve, then desire. So we are wanting that, but at any time like this, any doubt is there, we go to the feet of our spiritual master, and immediately that will go. So that is the training. Therefore we're saying Oye Vaishnava Thakur, you know, Sogara Vaishnava Thakur, Yara Sagara Vidasiko Nakore, Diya Padachaya, Shodeya Maya, Tumara Charana Dori. So we are going to the feet of the spiritual master constantly. You know, when I was young devotee, or I'm not even a devotee yet, but when I was young, and I was with Srila Prabhupada in Bombay, so I used to make a chandan every morning.
How old are you then?
I was 20, 21, 20, let's see, 21. So we were staying in Akash Ganga building.
Yeah.
And you know the ironic thing then? We were on the seventh floor. Main drive across the street on the was the water. Very nice, and that was the most luxurious building in Bombay. And we were on 7th floor. Do you know who was on 2nd floor? The Pakistan embassy. And India had a war with Pakistan. So we felt a little confident they wouldn't bomb our building. But we had to blacken the thing. So it was very intimate. There was only, you know, it was an apartment, so you can imagine it's not that big. The temple room was there, Shuri Das was there, he was Pujari, and it wasn't so big. What about this wide? Maybe this long? Is this to that wall here? From this pillar over?
A little bit, not quite as wide, but a little longer than this room.
Yep, it wasn't bad. And then there was Srila Prabhupada, he had his room, there was a kitchen, a little hallway, and I think only one bedroom in the back of it. No, there was office, and then there was the bedroom.
Office, and I think there was 3 bedrooms. The lady stayed in, maybe there's 2 bedrooms.
There was two.
2 bedrooms, plus Prabhupada's 3 bedrooms.
Maybe 8, 10. Rishi Kumar, Madhuvisa, Tulibhadra. No, we slept in there and slept anywhere. But you know, we couldn't do any kirtan in the morning, Mangal Arti, because there's an apartment building. So Srila Prabhupada would come out, and we would play a tape, and Mangal Arti would sing. And some days we would change it. It wasn't like samsara or something like that. It wasn't anything fixed. So some days Srila Prabhupada would come in his dhoti. You know, Srila Prabhupada always slept in his dhoti. He didn't change. He would just wear the same clothes. And I saw him before. We went to this really, really rich man's house one afternoon for a program. Srila Prabhupada was sitting back like this, and he's talking to a few people. And the servant came in and said, Srila Prabhupada, it's time to go. He said, first thing he did, check this tilak. Let's go. And he got up and he had this wrinkled shirt. He'd been sitting in it all day. And here he goes going to one of the richest men in India's house to speak. And all he did was check his tilak. So I used to have to make this chandan in the morning. And I was, you know, young devotee. And so I'd make it, and then I'd go in, and just alone I would do it. We didn't have Guru Puja then. I would go in and put like that. And he said, yeah. So he would say, and the sun would be coming up. And right after that, he would go for morning walk. So I said, Srila Prabhupada, one day I'm just putting you there, and he said, you don't like me, do you? I said, yes, Srila Prabhupada, I like you very much. He said, if you like me so much, why are you hitting me? I was banging the thing really heavy on his head. And I used to ask him things. I would ask him things because I didn't know. I was like, our brain was so fried, I guess from, you know, I don't know, I was in Vietnam, and I guess the LSD and the ganja and the bullets and everything combined. It took me 6 months to figure out the difference between, this just blew my mind. I had a little paper, I used to look at it all, I couldn't figure it out. Kunti was the wife or the mother, and Draupadi was the mother or the wife, and Duryodhana was the son or the father, and Peter Roster was, I couldn't figure it out. And I was always getting it, you know? And so the brain was pretty fried up. So one day I went to an office in Bombay trying to make some members. And these a little group of South Indian businessmen, quite wealthy, they wanted to see what I knew. And they couldn't believe, here we are, these white elephants come in office, want a donation, want them to believe in us. So they start to ask me, they sit me down, they said, so, who is the hero of Mahabharata? And I said, Arjuna? And they said, no, it's Karna. He's the hero. There's always a dispute like this. So then he said, then he asked me, well, no, when he said, who, no, that's not it. Who is it? I said, can I call and tell the president? And he said, what? No, it's Karna. He said, well, you don't know anything. So I said, no, I'm having trouble trying to remember these things. I said, but I know I made advancement. Because a year ago, if you'd have talked to me like that, I'd have busted your head on the table. I said, and now I have controlled myself. My gurus taught me some self-control. And they said, that is the most important thing. We were actually not caring that you knew the answer. We were trying to make you angry. And they all became delightful. That's Prabhupada's mercy. But anyway, he was training, and everything was like that. He would, in those days, he would, simple-minded, asking, like I just said, devotee is seeing super soul, and any problem, he only thinks of spiritual master, immediately. Any weakness, any trouble comes, the Prabhupada save me. And Krishna wants that, and that's the test, to see if we want it. So I would go, one morning I came in, put the sandalwood on, and so, Prabhupada, did you ever think of Bhakti-Siddhanta? He looked at me, you know, and he was very nice. I'm always feeling the presence of my Guru Maharaj. So, it was a very stupid question. So I would always ask stupid questions and get you would either get the look. You know what the look is? You've had the look? Anybody ever had the look? It was like this. They had no answer. You didn't ask the question for 2 months. You felt like soup. Or he would ask you something. He asked me many questions, and none of them I could answer. And it was teaching me that you should be a fool in front of your guru. All of these things. And I asked stupid things. So, Brahma, what's the difference between a buffalo and a cow?
What is the difference between buffalo and cow?
Yeah. And there was no answer on that when it was the look. Then another time, why do the Christians bury their body and the Hindus burn the body? Then Srila was quiet and said, because they're stupid. And then he would ask me, walking there, why is that grass growing in the crack? I don't know. Who's that guy on the horse wearing Madras, you know? Who's that guy on the horse? You know, some bronze statue, I don't know. Everything I don't know. And you just, that is the way one should be trained to feel always he doesn't know something. Because the day you think you know something is the day you fall down and you've lost everything. So Srila Prabhupada was always training us in that way. Now, if anybody has any question they want to ask about that, because people like to hear these stories a bit, and you know, because I was here in Vrindavan from the beginning time, and when this temple developed, and how you know, everywhere I traveled. Somebody,
So nobody asked.
huh?
You can ask this.
You can ask any question.
Yeah. So you tell about the past, how you actually go about maybe
Huh?
devotee may like to know
Huh?
your experience with association with Guru.
Yeah, but I need some trigger to trigger my memory. Otherwise, I just, you know.
Well, you would have some pretty amazing adventures when you were you know, you had a team in Japan, a team of collectors, right? And you were kind of like the Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
come sometimes with Prabhupada, right, from Japan, and report. How did he relate with you when you came?
Well, when I would come and bring him a lot of money, in the beginning he would say something nice, but after a while he wouldn't say anything. He just put it aside and chastise me of the color of my dhoti or something I did wrong. So we did it for service. So it wasn't, I've been married. I guess anybody married, if you don't say the nice thing to your wife, you get it. You get pounded. And then I said, you should have been around Srila Prabhupada. You can give him $100,000 and he yells at you. He doesn't, glorify you. So he was there to serve. And because he was there and took nothing, we also took nothing and served. So it is so important when the leader is not giving the right example and he is taking, then everybody does it. If the leader is compromising, then everybody compromises. And he is getting something, I will not do service for service. I want something. Srila Prabhupada was only serving. He never took anything for himself or wanted anything, just to increase everything.
Based from your experience, what is the easiest way to convince one in Krishna consciousness?
You can, what is my experience of the easiest way to convince people to become Krishna conscious?
Yes.
Well, you can't wake up a man pretending to be asleep. So some people you cannot wake up. But others that want to be woke up, you just be yourself. If you're happy, they'll see. Srila Prabhupada, that's like with Srila Prabhupada, over the many years I was with him, it was one little thing after the next. It's like we were sitting in here. It was Srila Bhaktisiddhanta's disappearance day, early January 1974. It was the same time the Gita classes were going on, I mentioned in the beginning. And George Harrison walks in with a Ravi Shankar in the room, and Srila Prabhupada was sitting there, and I was leading some kirtan, and there was just a little handful of us, maybe 7, 8 people, 10 people. And so, I'm looking, well, George Harrison's in here, Srila Prabhupada was very straight up. He took the kartals and he sang some Sadadawa, and he gave the kartals to George and let him play. And then after he finished, the first thing he said was he looked at them both and he said, "You are both very famous men, especially you, George." He never spoke to Ravi Shankar the whole meeting. But he said, "But what is your guarantee for the next life? Tadvidhi pranipatena parivartena sevaya." You must accept spiritual master. And after they went out of the room, other things were said. I said, "Srila Prabhupada, today my face has increased in you. You did not flatter this man, want his money, say something to you did not. You were just treat him like you treated anybody. Now my faith has increased." So that is the way the faith increased. It was little things. So if you want somebody to, you must set some example. And if they see that and it's consistent, there was never one thing Srila Prabhupada did that anybody can say that he decreased their faith by what he did. He never fell out of Krishna consciousness energy for 1/10 of a second. It was constant. And he was always full of surprises. One day I was in Melbourne, and I'm sitting with Srila Prabhupada in the room. It was kind of casual, and we were sitting there and we were talking about something. Then he just kind of went like this. And I'm sitting there thinking, he went to sleep. And I don't want to get out of there anyway, Sometimes you wanted to get out of Prabhupada's room. It's just like, okay, a little passenger. So I get up like this. Where are you going? He had his eyes closed. Where are you going? things, because in that energy to preach, there has to be fighting. So sometimes you hear some of the God brothers talk about the other God brothers, because we were in a competition, we were rubbing heads, and there was a lot of energy. So one time, this is a funny story, it was in, we were in Mayapur. So Trivikram Swami. Trivikram is, well, just to say this, Prabhupada said to me after this whole thing, he said, I like this Trivikram because he will go anywhere I tell him to go. You know? Then what did he say about it? He said, he will go anywhere I tell him to go. It was funny what he said. But anyway, Trivikram Swami is there. And he wanted to go to, this time it was Korea. And I was the GBC for all this area, Korea, Hong Kong. I said, no problem, the guy doesn't want to work with anybody. He goes there, does his own thing, he didn't do nothing in Hong Kong, he got kicked out of Taiwan. Now he's going to go to Korea and get kicked out. So I thought, you give him the $3,000. I said, I'm not giving him anything. The answer was, all right, I'll give him. And we were really arguing on this question. So finally, I said, probably he doesn't want to listen. You know, don't, send him some other way. Finally, I got up. I was so angry. I said, Srila Prabhupada, I quit. I mean, I yelled, I quit! Then he looked at me and said, I quit also. He said, we all quit. Now sit down. So then after he left the room, I said, Srila Prabhupada, I'm sorry, I got, no, you're enthusiastic. That is good. So that is the way it would be, you know. And sometimes they would come in the room, you know, and say something about some devotee that did this or did that. And if you tried to say something negative, because Prabhupada always defend his devotees and try to minimize almost everyone, unless they're really envious, you know. And she'll probably look at you like, look at me, and say, let's talk about you too. You know, he would hear. So there's always that factor. Yeah.
Did Trivikram Maharaj go?
He went and got kicked out in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. What's the worst word you can say in South Korea? What is the worst word you can say in South Korea?
Don't eat your dog.
No.
North Korea.
Communism. He wrote a pamphlet called Spiritual Communism. They saw the word communism, arrested him, kicked him out. He just don't, no communism in any form works in South Korea. And then he came to Japan. And anyway, that's another story. That was another battle. There's some letters in the letter book. So. Once we were in Fiji, and just see, I was a very skinny fellow then. So we were out all day, doing programs, this and that. And we were staying at this Vasudev's house, very nice house, and they have Gujarati blood, so Gujaratis are famous for their cooking, and the Madhajis were, you know, they had these little tables for us all set up. We came in, Srila Prabhupada sat down. I came in, I had eaten all day, looked at me and said, you eat too much. And you know, you would get angry. And Prabhupada's a person. You think it's easy to be around him? Not many could do it, because he would attack you and you would feel defenseless. You know, sometimes you feel abused. You know, you feel insulted and abused and your ego is there. You know, and what's he talking about eating? Well, now I guess he saw the future. So. Yeah, but then I couldn't understand. And then he commenced to sit down and eat a lot. Sometimes Srila Prabhupada would eat one mouth, and sometimes he'd eat a whole table. It was never the same. He could eat everything or nothing. You know, he would say things like that, and he would like, you know, provoke you. And when he would say things like that, why are you doing this or that? It would be difficult. So it is mentioned in the Shastras, one shouldn't stay too long around the spiritual master. Better to go preach and do something, because he may find fault. And many did. They would think material things. Imagine Krishna, Srila Prabhupada said, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, appearing with all his opulence. Maybe 200 people understood here is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What to speak of Krishna's devotee that comes in an old man's body and he appears to be sick and he appears, to get older or something. They may think materially, and if you don't see the scripture, then you will not understand. A good example was when Srila Prabhupada went to London in '77. There was Pradumya, myself. Prabhupada asked me to go with him too. It was Pradumya, myself, and the servant was Upendra and Tamal Krishna. So we got the seat, and in those days, the plane, it still does, I think, going to England is like 3 in the morning or something. So we left here at like 11 at night, got to the airport, Srila Prabhupada was in a wheelchair. So they told us one person may take him first. In those days, they didn't have the ramp, you had to go up the stairs, tarmac. So I took him out, and I had to carry him up, actually pick him up. Took him in the plane, we were the only one on the plane, and probably didn't want any first class seat because he couldn't sit, he wanted to lay down. So there's 4 seats in the middle. Now there's 5. In those days there was 4, just so you know, airplanes were better. Actually, you never felt so much jet lag then because basically everything was business class, even the regular economy. So after the plane took off, Srila Prabhupada lay down, there was no seats open. And now it's like 3:30, 4 in the morning. We just lay down. I went over by the door and lay down, went to sleep. And they weren't fanatic then like now. And so, they didn't want to mess with us. And Prabhupada laid there. And he didn't look good. His lip was down. He didn't talk. And nothing. And so the whole way he was there, laying like that. And I was thinking, boy, Srila Prabhupada doesn't look healthy and this and that, all this stuff. So here's another doubt burner. When I saw this, what he did. Then he had to sit up. We were landing in Rome. So he sits up. I sit next to him. And I said, and I'm thinking, boy, Srila Prabhupada's suffering. And he says, I said, Srila Prabhupada, can I get you something? And then he opened his eyes finally. And this smile came. I mean, that was like $1 billion smile. It was like the sun came out in the darkest night. And I realized within a split second, man, I'm in Maya. Prabhupada's been in Samadhi. He's has no connection with his body. And he just looked at me real quietly and yes, I'll have one of those 7-Ups. It took for digestion, not for the tongue. But, that was another doubt burner to see that, And another time, after this, Srila Prabhupada up on the porch, he used to sleep upstairs at night in the rainy season. So for about 5 weeks I was here, and I got to massage him every night. And it was very difficult because it was 1 in the morning, my time. 1 till Mangalarti. And we didn't get to bed till 10, and every night we had 2 hours kirtan. Anybody who was here knows, every night Krishna Baum got a 2-hour full blast, guys in their 20s kirtan. It was pumping. And we didn't have any visitors here. The temple was empty, nobody came here. So we had the whole place to ourselves. And so I was tired, and then I would have to sit there, and I always get in the mosquito net. It was rainy season, it's muggy hot. And we never talked. So one night he said, I'm going to go to the toilet. So we came out the net, and he started talking crazy. He would talk crazy. He was drunk. Spiritual Prabhupada, drunk spiritually. Absolutely drunk. And he would just be like, what is that? Dogs. What are they doing? And I was cracking up because I was like, everything I read in the books, here it is. I knew who he was. I saw him in his prime. I saw him walk the world. And now he's in Samadhi. And so then he went in I put put him there, he did his thing, came out, sat in his rocking chair. So then he said to me, he doesn't say anything, he just took the loader, the water in the loader. He took the loader. It was almost full, and he threw it on the wall. I just fell over laughing. And he woke me up. He just took the whole load and flung the whole thing. He like, this world is disgusting. This place is useless. He just flung it. Then he put it down. So then another night, I'm laying in there. You should hear this because it's quite intimate, but I was the witness of this, so I should share that with you. That he just all of a sudden laid down in my lap. And I was kind of shocked. And I'm looking at his head, and he's got his head in my lap. And it's kind of hard to massage him when his head's in your lap. So I didn't say anything. I just was looking at him. And then he started to bounce off the bed. His body was going up 6 inches and up and down. And he started making these gurgling noises from his chest. And I read Nectar Devotion enough times that I'd read all these things. These are different manifestations of ecstasy. Making these noises and making these sounds, and his body was... And that went on for quite a while. And then after he sat up and didn't say anything. Then the next morning, in the morning, Prabhupada would sit out here in the front. And secretary would bring some news or whatever. So I went up first. I was sitting there, and he leaned over like that. I almost left my body last night. Just like that. He said, I almost left my body last night. And he was smiling, like that. In other words, I can understand it was quite an experience. So, that was the fortune. The Prabhupada was what he is, and there will probably be not another person like him for 100 years or 200. Not that we cannot become pure devotees, not that we cannot become self-realized. So Prabhupada's there to give the mercy. He expects it. He expects us to be Paramahamsas, a man or woman. Anybody can have it. But even then, because he was an avatar, you cannot be like him. You cannot be exactly with his brain's power, and to write thousands of letters, manage temples, travel the world after 70, 12 times. It's mind-boggling. Just to go from here to there is exhausting. What to speak of in his 70s. On a boat too. And come in the park and sit down and chant. And get his Gita stolen. What in limited things you can glorify Srila Prabhupada. And if somebody's not happy with that, well then, they're never going to be happy. If Prabhupada can't be your hero, well, I'm sorry. Not this lifetime. You missed the boat. You're dysfunctional. Something's wrong. Maybe there's fault in his institution. Maybe there was when he was here. It was a mess when he was here. It was never perfect. He was perfect. But we weren't. But he didn't kick people out. He tried to engage you. Dira dira janapriyo priyakaro nirmatsaro tujito. He's worshipable because he's not envious. And even the crackpots, Prabhupada, they loved him. Sudama Vipra. This guy was a gangster. Arjuna knows. He's an outright gangster. Hell's Angel gangster. He was hooked up with the Marcos family in the Philippines, and Prabhupada gave him sannyas, and we couldn't say anything to him. And he's ready to take your head off. One day he was in the bathroom, scrubbing his dunda on the floor. I said, Sudama, you don't clean your dunda on the toilet floor. What are you, a cop? So he did leave, and then he probably went to Hong Kong. Picked Srila Prabhupada up in his Jaguar, all dressed in black, and took him to the Hong Kong Modi Road flat temple. And there was some people, and then Srila Prabhupada spoke something, and then after he said, so he still called him Maharaj. He said, so what do you think, our Sudama Maharaj? And this guy hated everybody except Prabhupada, He'll kill you for 10 cents. But he just said, I'm with you, man, I'm with you. So that, and Srila Prabhupada just smiled. That's his charm. You know? He could do that. And he could also read a fraud. Everything is there. So I don't know, we're here by his grace, and things are there. And any more questions? Any more want to hear one more story or something?
Yes, explain the story is better.
What story?
When you went to complain to him that he was working too hard for 18 hours.
Oh, he likes
What
that
happened
story.
last time?
No, we were, when I was in India for 2 years, 1971 and 1973, without leaving. So India was, we had no food. We were going to the embassy in Calcutta because the temple had no food. And they were giving us soybean powder. And you mix that with water, and we called it gook. You're going to be gook for breakfast. And you know, even the rickshaw wallahs are eating chickpea flour, and we're getting the soybean. They're eating better than us. So it was quite a rough scene. And you know, and I was making members. I had gone and opened up Tirupati, Sri Rangam. We made 100 and some members in Bangalore, first devotees there. Then went to Coimbatore, Madurai, opened all these cities and made members. So then I ended up in the Rajmundry, and we were staying at a paper mill. And so we're always staying in different places, and you know, it was rough. I'm fighting with the management here. You know who was GBC, and then nobody seemed to appreciate it. It was rough. So we went to this guy, and we got it. You know, just like we'd start any city. I'd go to the richest guy, and we'd get the Rotary Club set up. Usually the wives first, because if the women like it, they tell their husband these are great people. So anyway, we're setting it up, showing them our pictures, and then I just said, oh man, I quit. I said to this Sodanan, I said, I'm going to America. They want money here, that's all they want. There ain't no money here. But I'm going in. So we went back, to make a long story short, we came back, you know, to America, and so Srila Prabhupada, I had sent the message that I was there. We came in May or June, and this now it is up November. So I had many stories there. We had a big trailer, everything. I just decided I'm going back to India. So Srila Prabhupada heard this, and the GBC didn't want me coming back here. So anyway, Srila Prabhupada told me, he said, you trying to pack, you know, he said, you know, you stay in America,